Hi, it's Miss Priscilla at the Appleton West Library, and I am book talking a realistic, realistic fiction. There's some romance in it, but there's some romance in most books. So it's called Sugaring Off by Gillian French. I'm going to be honest in that when I purchased this one, Gillian French had written like mysteries, so that's kind of what I was expecting. There is quite an adventurous scene near the end, I will say that, but definitely not the point of this book. So this book is set on a maple syrup farm. So they grow maple trees and they make syrup. Our main character is Owl, but her real name is Rochelle, but she goes by the nickname of Owl. Now Rochelle is living with her aunt and uncle, Seth and Holly, because her mother left when she was very young. Nobody knows where she is. And her father was abusive, and at one point he pushed her down a stairwell, which fractured her skull and left her with significant hearing loss in one of her ears. So she is learning sign language, but she struggles because she still wants to be part of the hearing community. And so there's a little rift between her and the teacher who is helping her learn sign language. And they are really in a very rural part of Maine. She literally goes to a 2-room schoolhouse where you've got the older kids and the younger kids. So there are parts of our country that still don't have these big schools because you have so few kids at them. So Owl's uncle and aunt have adopted her, and her uncle was injured in, I think, Afghanistan, or could have been Iraq, by an IED. So he's struggling. He needs to have surgery on his knee. And so he hires Cody, who is the grandson of a neighbor. And that's where the love interest comes in. And, Owl is like, she's never had this experience before. She's always kind of like, her plan is just to stay on the maple tree farm and never go anywhere beyond that. And Cody kind of opens her world to other things. But Cody also comes from a really difficult background. His mother was a drug addict. He'd been in foster care. And then the mother would get in rehab and want him back. And then it was just this back and forth and back and forth. So he hasn't, and his grandparents who could have taken him in never did take him in. And let's just say Cody did something that has some people after him. And that's where the exciting scene comes in at the end. So I did enjoy this book. I would definitely classify it as realistic fiction more than I would suspense thriller or anything like that. Because she has written other mysteries, I think a lot of people wanted to put that label on it. And I'm like, no, yeah, there is this adventure scene, but it comes very late. I don't think it's going to appeal to people who want a true mystery or suspense thriller. This is far more realistic. Like I said, more about abusive home situations and struggling with the loss of one of your senses or the significant loss of one of your senses. So I do recommend this book for people who like realistic fiction, dealing with some difficult issues. It's a fantastic book. But if it's not your cup of tea, I'll help you find something else. So have a fantastic day and keep on reading. Bye.